Hello and welcome to this Rain Runners video on the average person's 5k potential. Hello, my name is Toby. Now, after finally getting a sub 18 minute 5k park run, well, I got 17:59 and that counts, but at the grand old age of 43, it got me wondering, what is the average person's potential to get at 5k or the park run distance? Now, first of all, I don't think the data exists to do a proper scientific study, so this video will be largely speculative, or if you want, made up. So any estimate could be way off. But also this is an estimate of potential, assuming people start at an early age and fully optimise their training. So most people's time they actually ever achieve for 5k is probably going to be way off the estimate that I'm going to give in this video. And when I'm talking about average potential, I'm talking about the median. So if you have 100 people or so training to their optimum, then at the end of all the training, the people that rank about 50th or 51st, the time that they get would be the time I'm looking for. And I'm considering males and females separately. So I'll start with males and then move on to females. Right, so first of all, I would say that a world-class female athlete is likely to be better than your average male athlete, and probably by quite a bit, so I'd say at least a minute. And given that the female world record for 5,000 metres is about 14 minutes, that would put the upper limit of the potential for the average male at around 15 minutes. I mean, I did say that this wasn't going to be very scientific. So what about the lower limit of potential? Well, I've just broken 18 minutes at the age of 43, having taken up running at 34. And I wouldn't consider myself to be massively talented, so I'd be amazed if the average male couldn't at least reach 18 minutes, and to be honest, quite a bit faster than that. Now, obviously, you have to be careful about people judging their own talent. What are they basing it on? Who are they comparing it to? I've seen people online who have set much faster times than me, saying that they're averagely talented, and it doesn't always ring true. So what about me? Well, although I was an above average runner at primary school, I'm not sure that really means that much. And when we did cross-country running at secondary school, I was pretty much exactly average. Now, I wasn't the most sporty of people, so I wasn't outside playing football all the time, so maybe my level of fitness was lower than it should have been. But even if that would imply slightly above average talent, I don't think it'd be by a massive amount. And I don't think the evidence is very strong. So I would say it's reasonable for me to say that my talent isn't exceptional. Now, obviously, there is a comparison with other park runners, most of whom I beat, and I have even finished first on occasion. But at a given park run, especially a small one like Great Notley, there aren't actually that many serious runners. When you consider male runners who will be in the sort of right age range and who also do the same amount of training as me, there's not that many people, and also a lot of the better runners don't really do park runs that much anyway, leaving people like me to finish first on occasion. So I would say my finishing position at park run actually says very little about my innate talent. I've also seen several other runners who I never saw as particularly talented get down to around 18 minutes just by training hard. I mean, to me, 18 minutes seems to be the sort of time someone gets to by training hard, even if they didn't start at a particularly young age. So what about people who do start at a young age? Well, 17:59 for a 43-year-old, if you look at the age grade percentage scores, works out to about 16 minutes 40 for someone in their 20s. Now, I actually did a video on age graded percentages previously, and I did say that they should be taken with a grain of salt. But even if you look at it sort of more conservatively, I do think that if I'd started at an early age, I certainly would be able to get down to about 17 minutes. Even if we're saying that 16:40 is a bit exaggerated. Plus, you have to consider that I'm unlikely to be anywhere near the absolute best I could be, even for an average-ish 43-year-old. Well, first of all, I think I've got more improvement in me anyway. And also, I train myself. What if I had an Olympic coach training me full-time to reach my potential? I don't think it's stretching things at all to say all that could be worth at least a minute. So if my PB is 17:59, we can take off about a minute for age and another minute for optimal training. We're already down to about 16 minutes. I said at the start of the video that I thought the upper limit for the median potential would be, for a male, would be about 15 minutes. Well, now I think the lower limit would be about 60 minutes. So we've got quite a small range now, just 1 minute, 15 to 16 minutes. Now, going under 16 minutes is hard, and most people will never do it. But on the other hand, it's not that rare, and if you're part of the running community, you'll probably know a few people that have gone under 16 minutes. Going under 15 minutes, on the other hand, is quite special, and if you achieve that, you're a local legend, and you will win quite a lot of races. And I do think that takes extra talent to do that. Also, if a young runner came up to me and said that they wanted to get a sub 16 5k, I'd probably think, well, yeah, if they stuck with it, committed to all the training, then that's quite an achievable goal. But on the other hand, if they said to me they wanted to go under 15 minutes, I'd consider that to be a little more unrealistic, unless I specifically thought they had a lot of natural talent. So I could pick a specific time and split the difference and give a time of 15:30 for the average potential. But this is largely guesswork, this video, and I think it's reasonable to give a range of 1 minute. 15 to 16 minutes seems to me a reasonable range for where the average potential would lie. So what about women? Well, if you look at the percentage difference between elite males and elite females, and also the age-graded percentages they use in the calculators, it works out to around 2 minutes difference at around the times we're talking about. So 15 to 16 for men would work out to about 17 to 18 for women. There's probably no point being more precise anyway, since 15 to 16 is a bit vague anyway. And I think the 2 minutes is fairly accurate-ish. So I would say that for women, it would be 17 minutes would be the maximum potential it could be. 18 minutes would be the slower end. So again, you could split the difference and say 17:30 for the potential, but there'd be no point being that precise. So 15 to 16 for men and 17 to 18 for women. Now 5k is my favourite distance, but you can use various calculators to see what this would work out at for other distances, what the average potential would be for, say, 10k, half marathon or a marathon. But I'm mostly interested in 5k, but it'd be easy enough to work it out for the other distances. So what do you think? Am I about right, or do you think I'm way off? And if I'm way off, in which direction do you think I'm out? Feel free to comment below. Okay, so that's it for another Rain Runners video. Feel free to do all the usual things: subscribe, comment, share, etc. Add Rain Runners as your club on Parkrun, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.